Roger Troutman made some of the greatest R&B music of the 1980s.
I've just got to let you know.
Then in 1999, his own brother shot and killed him outside their recording studio before turning the gun on himself. Please subscribe and like if you love what we are doing. Thank you for subscribing. And that is only one story on this list, because behind some of the biggest R&B hits of the decade were lawsuits, obsession, addiction, betrayal, and murder. Songs you thought were about love suddenly become something much darker once you know what was really happening behind the music. Number 10, Hello, Lionel Richie, 1984.
All I've ever wanted.
The first few seconds of Hello feel like memory. That piano,
Hi, Laura.
that voice is one of those songs that almost everybody connects to something personal.
You tell me how to win your.
A slow dance, a late-night radio dedication, a wedding, a breakup. Lionel Richie created one of the most beloved ballads of the 1980s.
And in my
And for decades, people treated it like the ultimate love song.
I should know just what to say.
But if you strip away the music and listen only to what the lyrics are actually describing,
Time and time again. How much
the song becomes something else entirely. The man in Hello is not in a relationship.
for I haven't got a clue.
He is not even speaking to the woman directly. He is watching her from a distance.
Hello?
He says he has called her 1,000 times. He leaves flowers.
I can see it in your eyes.
He imagines her life without ever being invited into it.
It's okay.
She has no idea he exists, but he already thinks he belongs in her world.
And I wonder what you do.
Then there is the music video. The woman Lionel is obsessed with his blind. She cannot see him staring at her. She cannot see him following her around campus.
And I wonder what you do.
The entire story is framed as romantic and sweet.
I can see it in your smile.
But today it feels closer to a stalking case than a love story.
I long to see the sunlight
And maybe that is what makes Hello so disturbing.
somewhere feeling lonely. Or is some
The song is beautiful enough to trick you into ignoring what it is actually saying. That soft piano hides behavior that would terrify most people in real life.
Are you somewhere feeling lonely?
But as strange as that story is, the next song hides an even bigger secret.
All I've ever wanted.
Because the artist behind it lied to his own father just to get signed. Number 9, Somebody's Watching Me, Rockwell, 1984. Somebody's Watching Me was paranoia turned into pop music. The creepy synths, the nervous vocals, the feeling that somebody is always there, just outside your line of sight. It became one of the biggest songs of 1984. And the moment that chorus hits, everybody knows exactly what song it is. But the strange part is not the lyrics. The strange part is the man behind the song. Rockwell was not really Rockwell. His real name was Kennedy Gordy.
When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair.
And his father was Barry Gordy, the man who built Motown into the most important black-owned music empire in America.
I don't know anymore. Other neighbors watching me.
Kennedy wanted desperately to prove that he could succeed without his father's name.
Somebody's watching.
So he recorded demos in secret and submitted them to Motown under a fake identity. The label listened to the tape, liked what they heard, and signed him without realizing they had just signed the owner's son. Then Kennedy called his childhood friend, Michael Jackson. At that point, Michael was the biggest star on earth.
Well, it's the mailman watching me. And I know
Thriller was everywhere. He could have easily ignored the request. Instead, he came over, listened to the track, and agreed to sing the chorus just because they were friends. The result was one of the most recognizable hooks of the decade.
People say I'm crazy, just a little touch.
But imagine how bizarre that story really is. The son of the most powerful man in music secretly signs to his father's label.
I'm safe anymore. Oh, what a mess. I wonder who's watching.
Then gets the most famous singer alive to appear on the song without credit.
Somebody's watching me.
And the craziest part? Barry Gordy reportedly did not know
And I have no privacy.
until the song was already becoming a hit.
Hell, I pay the price. All I want is to be left alone.
The next story is even more personal because it is about a woman who had to sue her own label just to get her life back. Number 8, Lover Girl, Tina Marie, 1984. When most people hear Lover Girl, they hear joy, they hear movement. They hear the kind of record that instantly changes the mood in a room. Tina Marie sounds free on that song. But freedom was exactly what she was fighting for behind the scenes. By the early 1980s, Motown had stopped supporting Tina Marie's new music. They were no longer promoting her properly. But they also refused to release her from her contract. She was trapped. She could not put out music elsewhere. She could not move on. Her career was sitting still while the label held all the power. Imagine making music you believe in and knowing nobody will ever hear it. Because the people controlling your career have decided to keep it locked away. Tina Marie decided she was not going to wait. She sued Motown Records and won. The case became so important that it led to a legal rule known as the Brockert Initiative, named after her real surname. It said that labels could no longer hold artists hostage by refusing to release their music while still enforcing the contract. That ruling changed the business forever. Without it, artists could spend years trapped in deals with no way out. Tina Marie did not just save herself. She opened the door for other artists who would later face the same kind of control. Then she signed with Epic Records and released Lover Girl, which became the biggest pop hit of her career. The song sounds carefree, but behind it was a woman fighting a machine much bigger than herself and Coming up next is a song connected to one of the darkest events in American history. Number 7, Outstanding, The Gap Band, 1982. Outstanding feels like pure happiness. It is one of those songs that can instantly turn strangers into dancers. Family reunions, cookouts, weddings, summer nights. This song belongs in all of them. The Gap Band created one of the smoothest grooves in music history. But their name carries a history most people never think about. Gap stands for Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. 3 streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Wilson brothers grew up. On the surface, it sounds simple. A neighborhood turned into a band name. But those streets sit in the center of Greenwood. The community once known as Black Wall Street. In 1921, white mobs destroyed it. Homes burned. Businesses vanished. Entire families were killed or displaced. One of the richest black communities in America was reduced to rubble in less than 2 days. That history stayed buried for decades. Schools barely taught it. America barely acknowledged it. But the Wilson brothers grew up surrounded by the memory of what had happened there. And that means every time people danced to Outstanding, every time they shouted the name Gap Band, they were unknowingly repeating the names of streets tied to one of the greatest racial tragedies in American history. That is what makes the song feel different once you know the story. The joy is still there. But now you can hear the survival underneath it. And next comes a story about children becoming stars and getting almost nothing in return. Number 6, Candy Girl, New Edition, 1983. New Edition looked like they had everything. They were young, talented, charismatic, and suddenly famous. Candy Girl exploded on charts. Crowds screamed for them. They toured nationally. They were the future of R&B. But behind the scenes, they were being exploited. The members of New Edition were just kids. Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresvant, Ricky Bell, Michael Bivins, and Ronnie DeVoe were teenagers from Roxbury who trusted the adults around them. Their families trusted them too. That trust turned into disaster. After a successful tour and a #1 record, each member reportedly received a check for just $187. That is not a typo. $187. Imagine hearing thousands of fans scream your name every night. then going home with less money than someone working a part-time job for a week. That is what happened to New Edition. Their producer and manager, Maurice Starr, had set up deals that gave the group almost nothing while the people around them got rich. For the members of New Edition, Candy Girl became a symbol of betrayal. A song that launched their careers, but also showed them how dangerous the music business could be. That betrayal pushed them to fight back. They fired Starr, took legal action, reclaimed their identity, and eventually built one of the most important group legacies in R&B history. But the next story is even more painful because it involved a marriage that collapsed before the wedding night was even over.
Where all of the action is right there at your
Number 5, Rhythm of the Night, DeBarge, 1985.
the rhythm of the night.
Rhythm of the Night feels like joy in its purest form.
Ain't no time to be staying on. Ooh, there's too much.
It sounds warm, alive, almost glowing. DeBarge gave the decade one of its happiest songs.
To the beat of the rhythm of the night. Dance until
But behind that happiness was one of the saddest love stories of the era. In 1984, James DeBarge secretly married Janet Jackson. She was 18 years old. He was already struggling with addiction.
well, I know a place where we can dance the whole night.
Janet later admitted that she saw marriage as a way to escape the control of her father, Joe Jackson. They ran away together. They got married quietly.
Going on. Tonight is gone.
Then they returned to a hotel room after the ceremony. James left the room and did not come back. For hours,
In the morning light, forget about the worries on your mind. You can
Janet sat there alone on her wedding night, waiting for her new husband while he disappeared into the streets. That moment became a symbol of what their marriage would be. Janet later
underneath the electric stars.
described chasing James through dangerous neighborhoods, trying to stop him from using drugs, trying to hold together something that was already breaking apart.
Gonna be a night like you never know. We're gonna have a good
The marriage ended quickly. Janet moved on, found new management, and rebuilt herself into one of the biggest stars in the world. But Rhythm of the Night
leave it all.
was playing everywhere while all of that was happening behind closed doors. And the next song is even darker because it came directly from a childhood
It's time to get out. Step out into the street.
filled with violence and fear.
An ocean of violets in bloom.
Number 4, When Doves Cry, Prince, 1984. When Doves Cry does not sound like anything else from the 1980s. No bass line, no softness, just drums, guitar, and tension. From the moment it begins, the song feels like something is wrong underneath it. Prince built one of the most haunting records of his career out of emptiness. And that emptiness came from home. Prince later said the song was deeply autobiographical. It came from watching his parents fight when he was young. Their marriage was filled with tension,
All tied up, don't make me chase you. Even
arguments, instability, and emotional violence.
this is what it sounds like when doves cry.
He grew up inside that chaos. Eventually, his father forced him out of the house. And Prince spent part of his teenage years living with neighbors. That pain stayed with him.
They feel the heat between me.
When Doves Cry is not just about two people breaking up.
Sounds like when doves cry.
It is about seeing the damage your parents caused and realizing some of
Doves that cry. Just leave me standing.
it is living inside you. It is about recognizing yourself in the people who hurt you. That is why the lyrics
Just like my mother. She's never satisfied.
feel so uncomfortable.
Picture this dream if you can. Courtyard.
Prince is not singing like a man who lost a lover.
You're just like my mother. She's never
He is singing like someone terrified that he is becoming his father.
feel how it trembles inside.
The song became one of the biggest hits of his life. But underneath
She's never satisfied.
all the genius, all the mystery, and all the swagger,
So cold. World is so cold. Baby, I'm just too
When Doves Cry is really about a child carrying pain into adulthood.
doves cry.
And next comes a song that people still dance to at parties,
Picture this dream if you can. Courtyard.
even though the man behind it was eventually convicted of horrifying crimes.
Oh, girl. She likes the boys in the band.
Number 3, Super Freak, Rick James, 1981.
She's alright. She's alright. That girl.
Super Freak is one of those songs that refuses to die.
Yeah, she'll wait for me backstage with her.
The riff is unforgettable. The energy is immediate.
Wild now. I really like to take.
It still gets played in stadiums, clubs, movies, commercials, and parties.
Silver freak. Silver freak.
Rick James made a record so huge that even people who do not know his name still know the song. But the truth about Rick James became impossible to ignore.
And she says that I'm her all-time favorite.
By the early 1990s, his life had collapsed into addiction,
Ride with me.
violence, and chaos. In 1991,
Girlfriends in a limousine.
he and his girlfriend were arrested over allegations involving a young woman
Every time we meet, she's alright.
who said she had been held captive inside his home for days.
Silver freak.
The accusations were horrific. She claimed she had been tied up, burned with the hot end of a crack pipe, assaulted,
When I make my move to her room, it's the right.
and prevented from leaving. While out on bail,
Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Rick James was accused of attacking another woman at a hotel.
Three's not a crowd to her, she says.
In 1993, he was convicted and sent to prison.
She's alright. That girl's alright.
That is what makes Super Freak so uncomfortable now.
She's a very kinky girl.
The song is built around excess, danger, and recklessness. At the time, people saw it as part of his image. But later,
Time. She's never hard to please. Ow.
it became clear that some of the darkness in the music was not an act.
She's
And even now, when that song comes on, people still dance.
room 714, I'll be waiting.
But once you know what happened, it becomes impossible not to hear something uglier
With me. Yeah.
hiding underneath the beat. The next story is not about crime.
The kind you won't take home to mother.
It is about death, silence, and one of the most tragic endings in music history.
I can't hold it much longer. It's getting
Number 2, Sexual Healing. Marvin Gaye, 1982.
sexual. Healing is something that
By the early 1980s, Marvin Gaye was exhausted.
you to me will free.
He was drowning in debt, fighting the IRS, struggling through a painful divorce,
Inside me.
and losing control of his life. So he left America.
Sexual. Healing, baby.
Marvin moved to Ostend, far away from the chaos that had swallowed him.
Medicine. Open up and let me in.
He lived quietly, almost like a ghost, try to find some peace. That is where he recorded Sexual Healing. The song feels warm,
Baby, I'm hot just like an oven.
intimate, and comforting. It sounds like someone finally breathing again after years of pain.
Helps to relieve.
For Marvin, it was more than a comeback record. It was survival.
Get on the telephone and call you up.
The song became a massive hit. It won Grammys. It brought him back into the spotlight.
Wake up, cause you do it right.
Suddenly, it looked like he had found his way out of the darkness.
It's good for me. Makes me feel.
Then everything ended. On April 1st, 1984,
Darling, you're so great. I can't wait when you're out.
Marvin Gaye was shot and killed by his own father during an argument inside his family home in Los Angeles. He was only 44 years old.
Healing, I want sexual healing.
It happened one day before his birthday.
Stop falling, and my emotions.
That is what makes Sexual Healing feel so heartbreaking now. It sounds like hope.
I can tell you, darling, that it's sexual.
It sounds like somebody finally finding a reason to keep going. But when you know what happened next,
The waves are rising and rising.
it becomes impossible not to hear it as Marvin's final moment of peace
Something that's good for me, that is good.
before tragedy caught up with him forever. And the number 1 story on this list
Let's
is even darker because it ends with 2 brothers, a recording studio,
healing.
and blood on the pavement. Number 1, Computer Love, Zapp and Roger, 1985.
In my computer world.
Computer Love was ahead of its time, long before social media,
From hot sexy mamas to
long before dating apps, long before people built relationships through screens.
Memory of this night. Yes, I
Roger Troutman imagined a world where loneliness and technology would collide.
digital love. You're my beautiful.
The song feels soft, futuristic, and strangely emotional. Roger's talkbox voice sounds almost human and machine at the same time. It became one of the defining sounds of 1980s R&B and one of the most sampled records in history. But behind the music was a family slowly coming apart.
I no longer need a strategy.
Roger did not build Zapp alone.
Prima donnas, I wanna share.
He built it with his brothers. They played together, traveled together, and spent their entire lives making music side by side. Roger was the visionary,
It's just digital.
but his brother Larry was always there too. They were family before they were bandmates. Then, on April 25th, 1999, Roger Troutman was shot outside the family's recording studio in Dayton, Ohio.
Can share that special
The man holding the gun was Larry. After shooting Roger,
thanks to
Larry walked back to his car and turned the gun on himself.
Treasures, oh, so rare.
No one knows exactly what happened between them that day. Some people believe it was money. Others believe it was years of tension and resentment building up inside a family that had lived and worked together for too long. Whatever happened, the truth died with them. That is what makes this story feel so devastating. Roger spent his career making songs about connection, love, and reaching people across distance.
You know, I've been around.
But in the end, the person closest to him became the one who destroyed everything.
I will cherish.
And once you know that story, computer love no longer sounds futuristic. It sounds haunted. The strangest thing about music is that it never changes. The songs stay the same. The melodies stay the same. But once you know the stories behind them, you hear everything differently. What song on this list changed the most for you after hearing the real story behind it? Leave in the comments. And if there are other dark stories hidden behind classic R&B records, tell us which ones Beyond the Beat should uncover next. Because sometimes the most disturbing part of a song is not what is in the lyrics. It is what happened after the music stopped. Please subscribe and like if you love what we are doing. Thank you for subscribing.